This story follows Naja, a young woman from a wealthy and influential family. Her father, a street and traditional man, has arranged for her to marry a rich suitor, believing this will secure her future. However, Naja falls in love with a man from a lower social class. Despite her family's disapproval and threats, she refuses to give up on true love. This decision sparks intense conflict within her family, leading to emotional turmoil, betrayal, and heartbreak. Niger and Joe are seen by the river, Joe sitting with his guitar, while Niger standing behind him. Joe wasn't happy with Niger's father's decision to get her married to the prince. He told Niger to go away and do as her father had told, since he was incapable of taking care of her in Niger's father's word. Niger loves Joe and didn't want to let go. She tried convincing him that things would work out, but Joe wouldn't want to listen. They both shared how much they love each other as well as the problems their love is facing. Naja stood Joe up and asked him to take her pride, her virginity. They both made love with each other and parted ways. It was the day for Naja and the prince to get engaged. Everyone was sitting happily in the living room, while Naja was sad, crying in her room. She didn't want to marry the prince, but her father insisted. A friend came into the room to announce the result of the test she had carried out earlier on, and it was positive. Naja was carrying Joe's baby. This made her sad and cried even more. She went downstairs to the living room as requested by the king. The king made a speech admiring her beauty and asked the son, the prince, to do what they all came for. The prince stood up and asked Naja to be his wife, but she couldn't say a word. All she did was stand still as tears dropped off her eyes. She took her father out of the crowd and went to speak with him privately. She told him of her pregnancy and that it was Joe's baby. Her father didn't care about it. All he wanted is for her to marry the prince. He didn't care about his daughter's feelings. Naja told her father that she would marry the prince but on one condition, and the condition is that she would keep the pregnancy. The prince came up to take her downstairs to the living room where the guests are. But before that, Naja told him that she doesn't love him and that she's only marrying him because her father asked her to. She also told him to teach her how to love him. Naja went to visit Joe after her engagement with the prince. She went to return his engagement ring, but he refused to take it. She told him of how much she still loves him, but he doubted her, saying that she had agreed to marry the prince. She left his place sad. She went home crying, and when her father saw her, he scolded her and told her to go Nasi. She refused and quickly called Joe to tell him of the pregnancy. Naja's father went to Naja's father went to Joe's place to threaten him and warned him to stay away from his daughter. Days later, Joe went out with his friends to go rob a white man because he needed money to take care of his mother's health. While coming out the room where the white man was, they were caught by the police and Joe got shot while trying to escape. Will Joe survive the gunshot or will Joe? Leave your thoughts in the comment section.